What's up, everybody? I tell you what, working with framing lumber is a bitch. That's all I'm gonna say. It's a bitch. If you don't know about these things, I'll tell you about them. Actually, I'll just show you. Wait for some people to get signed on here. What up, Sizzle, Sharouche? We're just sanding with the old Bosch corded sander. This is the back. I'm not too worried about it. It's kind of the effed up side. That's why I chose this as the part you're not going to see. But what this is going to be is a TV stand. And my dumbass chose to make it out of dimensional framing lumber because I said I can do it, right? I tell you what, I never want to do that again. Not until at least I get my skills up a little bit. It's been a bitch trying to get it flat, trying to sand, trying to get it to look pretty. So I've changed up my thinking on it, and I'm just going to make this look distressed. And then we're going to paint it, make it look like it's distressed. So once I get it all finished up, we're going to paint it blue, like a navy blue. Then I'm going to put like little, like I already got little nicks and dings in it everywhere. Put some more nicks and dings in it. And then over top of that blue, we're going to paint it biscuit white. And we're just going to go around it with the sander so that that blue can show through a little bit. So it kind of looks like it's been distressed. What up? What up, Doe? What am I making? This is the bottom of a TV stand. These are the risers. They're not full, they're not cut yet to length or anything, but just to give you a visual, riser go on this end, riser goes on that end, and then a top up here. It's going to be about 48 inches wide. I mean long and about 18 inches wide. maybe 17 inches wide after I'm done trimming it all up and getting it all squared up. But I rather do the sanding now and get the sanding done now and then do all that and then put it all together, because trying to sand this shit while it's together, not a fun time. I used pocket holes, as you can see there. I put the little fillers in there so you can't even see the pocket holes once I'm done painting it. So yeah, I've been working on this for a few days now. Graduating from cutting boards and moving on up to furniture. This is the downside. This is going to be the side that faces the floor. So I'm not too worried about getting this really looking super good. We just want to get it smooth so that way it's easy to clean if somebody needs to clean under there. This is going to be the part people see. And this is coming along pretty nice. So I started with 40 grit to get all of the impurities out. You know, this is framing lumber, so there's a lot of pits. There's a lot of just bad wood in there. So I've been doing nothing but sanding and filling the last couple of days. I went and picked these up, guys. I went and picked these up. Now, this is going in my living room. I went and picked up these. These are 3M sanding discs. And I tell you what, I thought buying cheap sandpaper was the right way to go. After I've been using these, I'll never go back to Bauer sandpaper, Harbor Freight sandpaper ever again. I just won't. It won't happen. These things are so good, they sand so nice, and they last forever because they don't get gunked up. There's a bunch of little holes in there, and it's way better for dust collection. And we got a new sander today. We got the Bosch corded, because I knew I was going to have to be doing hours of sanding, and I knew I didn't want to be changing out the batteries every half hour or so. And this has got a little bit more power. I tell you what, it's not as less vibrating as my Bosch cordless sander, but it's good. It's good. It's an older sander. I mean, it's a corded model. They had it on sale for 49 bucks at the depot. I was going to get the DeWalt, but this was fucking $50 cheaper, and I said, what the hell, right? Hook the dust collection up to it, it's butter. Nope, this ain't a cutting board. Just built my first work table this afternoon. Used the top for neighbor's junk desk. That's cool. Nope, Eddie, this is going to be this is the bottom of a TV stand. We're going up to 80 grit. couple of minutes. Gonna dip, but leave you running till Squatch is OUT. You're a goofball, man. What up, Sayer? Caleb? No, I don't want to stain it. I don't want to stain it. I'm going to distress it, and then I'm going to put navy blue paint. I'll put biscuit white over that, and I'm going to run the sander over it real quick and have some of that blue shine through that white in some parts, and it's going to look really nice. Because that's what goes with our living room. We got like a bluey, we got like a greeny color in the living room with like, I don't know, a cherry looking wood floor, and like this really polar blue outline on the trim. So this will go in good with what we got going on in our living room. But that's 80 grit right there. Yeah, that one can have. These 3M pads are awesome. Look at that. No dust coming off of that. It's almost like 100% dust collection. There's no dust on the board. I don't even got to wear a mask with this sandpaper and this setup. I don't. That's how good it is. I think I got 12 sheets of this for $6. I don't care how much more it costs. It's that much better. I don't mind paying for something if it's light years better than what I've been using. So let me get the box real quick so I can show you. Extract. Right there. That's the stuff. If you're a beginner woodworker, don't mess around with cheap sandpaper. Trust me when I tell you, get this stuff and your life will be easier. As long as it does not look like Jimmy's table. Well, I don't know what Jimmy's table looked like, but I'm just going to go on a limb and say it's not going to look like Jimmy's table. Listen, I may be somewhat of a beginner at this, guys. But when I do something, I'm very meticulous. I'm very meticulous. I'm very picky, okay? Almost to a fault. So I guarantee you this will not look like Jimmy's table. It's going to look beautiful. And then hopefully I get orders for some. That's the whole game plan here. So yeah, in this pack, you get 2 80 grit, 2 120 grit, 2 180 grit, 2 20 grit, 2 220 grit, 2 240 grit, and 2 320 grit. So yeah, 12 pads. And they last a really long time, guys. And I think this was $6 at Rockler. So now we got to go up to 120. 120. Put the 80 back in there. Shabam. Guys, I'm going to be honest. I can barely see because I got it far away. So you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm going to move it closer so I can see what you guys are saying without having to squint at it. Did you know you can clean your sandpaper? You don't need to throw it away because it's plugged. Yeah, but Sarah, if I showed you here, if I showed you some of the Bosch sandpaper I've been using on cutting boards and stuff, it does get gunked in there, and it just doesn't sand good after almost one use. And honestly, I think a pack of like 15 or 20 Bosch is like $4.95. So what are you spending? A couple of bucks more, and you're getting way better quality, and it's gonna last forever? I don't know. I think it's a no-brainer. All right, now we're going up to 120. ain't got to sand for hours. I will say, if you ever do choose to use pine or Doug fir, I just like the colors of the Doug fir better. I like, if I was leaving this, like natural and just putting a clear coat over, I would definitely choose Doug fir just by the reds and stuff that run through it. It's just so much prettier than pine, in my opinion. But in this case, it really doesn't matter. I will tell you, I won't be attempting to use dimensional rough lumber anymore to make into furniture for a long time, because this has been a bitch. It's been a bitch to get it to look that good. Let's just say that. I've been working on this for like 4 days straight. We're getting near the end here. This is the back. I'm not too worried about how the bottom looks. It's going to be facing the floor. Ain't nobody going to see it. We just want to get it smooth so that when you paint it, in case somebody needs to clean it down the road, stuff doesn't get stuck to it and you can't clean it. You definitely want it smooth, but a lot of these chips and stuff that are in the wood here, I'm not worried about it. Actually, I want them in there because I want it to look distressed. Am I going to have diarrhea? What the hell does that even mean, man? Let's see. What are you making? All right. I'm making a TV stand. That's what I'm making. I obviously made mistakes here on the back. I got the pocket hole screws and I got the little plugs in them, but I didn't put the plugs in far enough on a couple, so we'll have to fill that with some wood filler. It's okay though. You live and you learn, right? That's why this is the back. I agree, Run Wild. I mean, 2 minutes. What up, wife? What up, souls? Yeah, me too. First thing I do when I get on somebody's live, I hit the double click. The double click. Ugh. All right. I think we'll hit it with 180. And then that will be, the finished work will be done on this one. And then we got the risers, and I still got the top over there drying because it's still a touch damp. And I don't want to assemble it and have it bow. As you can see, this is fitting nice and flat. I did all this with my DeWalt planer, a belt sander, a Ryobi belt sander. Look what I found, guys. Look at what I found in the archives. Look at that. What do you tough guys know about that, huh? That was out in the garage. It worked for what I needed it for. This actually looks really good. I'm kind of proud of myself. It hasn't happened quickly, I'll tell you that much. But it's happened. Oh my God, my eyes, my eyes. Did you let it naturalize? Yeah, souls, but it's still touch damp. The other ones were good, that's why I started working on them. But those 3 boards, when I started working on them, they felt too damp to me, and I figured let them sit for a couple of extra days, just to be on the safe side. Because I don't want to have to do all this hard work and then have the stupid thing bow on me. You know what I mean? These are the best souls. I'm telling you, buddy, go get you some of these if you're getting back into woodworking. These 3M extract pads, they're fucking awesome, dude. They're awesome. You get like a pack of 12 of them in all different grits for like $6. They are worth their weight in gold. Worth their weight in gold. Christina, I gave some info to Josh. Discord. Oh yeah, about Rocky. Yeah, Rocky's upstairs with Christina, probably hanging out on his bed. Yeah, but these extract ones, they're something else. I save you time. Everybody's like, well, they cost a little bit more money, but the amount of time that they save you. I haven't had to wear a mask with the dust collection and those pads. I haven't had to wear a mask the entire time I sanded on this thing right here. All right, 180 grit, and then she's done. There she is. There she be. This is going to be the bottom. It's going to be the bottom. We got to sand these up tonight. The risers. You'll have these like on either end and then a top. And then I'm probably going to put a shelf in the middle, you know, put pictures on, your DirecTV box, whatever, DVD player, all that stuff. Or maybe I won't. We'll see how. I'm just winging this as I go along. You know what I mean? I'm just kind of setting it up, seeing how it looks, going from there, and just improvising as I go along. It's going to be about 48 inches long, about 17 inches wide. Yeah, I can see it taking shape right now. So I'll get these two sanded up tonight, and then maybe I'll try to work with that lumber that's sitting over on the wood pile over there. I have been, souls. Look, I got earplugs. Hold on. I've been good about it, man. Look. I've been wearing them. Look. I've been wearing them. I wore them when I cut all this down. I wore it when I milled all the lumber. I wore it when I used the track saw. I don't know. I just don't ever think of a sander as being dangerous. And I got the quiet vacuum, so I'm a cautionary tale. Listen, the amount of shit I've done to my body in my lifetime, guys. Some hearing plugs and a mask isn't going to save me. I'm just going to go out on a limb. I'm going to tell you another thing here, guys. Don't ever buy this. This is the most piece of shit fucking pull saw it's horrible. It's just so bad. It don't want to cut. It don't want to cut. I got these plugs in the pocket hole parts, but it don't want to cut for shit. It's so horrible. Look, it don't want to cut. This is garbage. Junk. I'm taking it back. It's heated down here, Sarah. The climate down here is the same climate upstairs. Hold on one sec. But yeah, it did naturalize. It sat for like almost a week. But as it sat for a week, there was a few boards I thought were a little sus, so it's sitting a little bit longer. The bottom came out real good. I'm really happy with it. It came out real nice. Very happy with it. It's not that damp. There's a damper thing down here that we run. It's not as damp as she says it is. Dude, this fucking pole saw is the biggest piece of shit. That's what you get for cheaping out, right? I go, oh, I need one. And I was at Depot. And I'm all like, it should cut the frickin' plugs on for the pocket holes, right? The dowels for the pocket holes. Bro, this fucking thing is trash. I can't believe how bad this is. He's back in Florida. The cap's back in Florida. Kind of like trying to pull a push broom. That's exactly what it is. What? Your middle piece there has a bullseye on it. Could be problematic. What middle piece? I have a middle piece on this. Whatever. It's going in my living room, so I'm not too worried about it. It's going in my living room. It ain't selling to nobody. It's going in my living room for my TV. And if something happens to it down the road, then something happens to it. You live and you learn, right? What the fuck? Sayer, the amount of time it's taken me to get to look this clean has been fucking mom. It's been horrible. Okay, to get it to what it looks like now has taken me so much time. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy how much time this has taken me just to get it to look this nice. I don't think I'll ever use framing lumber again when it comes to furniture. Unless I really want to cheap out. Because it hasn't been easy. But it's coming along. I'm not rushing it. I'm taking it piece by piece, day by day. A little bit each day I get done. And before you know it, we'll have a new TV stand. Yeah, we're not going to get a Menards. And the lumber, dude, I can't tell you. Hold on, let me get a chair because my back's hurting. Hold on. Let me pull this closer so I can see what's going on. Oh, all right. Ooh, that feels good. I've been standing all day long. I was at the shop all day. And I've been down here for the last 2 hours working on this. Feels good to sit. I was at Home Depot for a good 45 minutes, and I went through like 4 or 5 stacks of lumber just to find good enough boards to do this with, and those boards weren't even that good. So lumber definitely sucks right now. What am I making? I'm making a TV stand, Pine Tree. I wish we had a frickin' Menards. You don't got a Menards in Florida, Caleb? I thought Menards was all in the South. We don't have a Menards anywhere near us. I'm going to do a video about which big box store is the best to buy woodworking tools. I'll give you a hint. It's Menards. No, guys, has shitty lumber too, Christina. I did go there one day, and it's all outside and it's all wet because there's shit leaks, their roof leaks, and it leaks all over the lumber. It may be worse than Home Depot. They've gone downhill. Menards is in the Midwest. Yeah, I thought I passed a ton of Menards going to Florida every year visiting Cap and my mom. I know there's plenty of Menards in the South. North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia. Yeah, West Virginia. Yep. I remember that. Yep. None in Baton Rouge, huh? I did go to a local lumberyard, Jimmy, and it was worse. We got a local lumberyard right around the corner from us. It's called Guy's Lumber. It's been there for like 100 goddamn years. You know what I miss? I miss 84 lumber. I remember my dad used to take me there almost every day to pick up materials before he went on in the job. And he always swore up and down to go to 84 lumber to get your lumber. I miss 84 lumber. I just miss the quality that stuff used to be. Stuff is not quality anymore. I don't have a laser level. I don't need one. When I need a laser level, oh, I got that's not true. I got a Ryobi laser level to hang pictures and shit with. It like sticks to the wall, and then it gives you a straight line so you can hang pictures and shelves with. But that's about it. I don't need a laser level. All this stuff was sopping wet when he got it home. Yeah, that's why it had to sit. 11 hours, huh? Holy Christ. Is that in Georgia or North Carolina? Maybe South Carolina. That's crazy. I can't believe there isn't a Menards in Florida, especially with around the Daytona area. With the Daytona 500, I know Menards is heavily involved in NASCAR racing. That's shocking to me. Used to be an 84 lumber about 3 miles from me when I lived near Louisville. That is where I got a lot of material and special beams, span 24-foot wide family room. Yeah, that's where we used to go. But our 84 lumber used to be literally a half-mile down the road from our house, and they closed up shop over a decade ago. They haven't been open since we first bought the house. You're so lucky, Jamie. I've been wanting a Menards for so goddamn long. It's stupid. You're lucky, buddy. Well, I actually have an 84 lumber like 5 miles from me, but I always drive to my favorite supplier. Is 84 any good? It used to be. I know they went bankrupt and most of their stores closed nationwide. So the fact that you got one near you kind of surprises me. I don't know. I don't know how they are anymore. I have no clue. They could be dog shit. Yeah, I'm not driving to Erie, PA. I'm not driving an hour and a half away, an hour and a half home to get lumber. I'll just make it work. Just like I made it work here. Took some extra work, but we got her done. Well, we got the bottom done at least. Now we got to do the risers and then the top. It's already 11 o'clock. Man, time flies when you don't have a clock. I don't have a clock down here, so time definitely flies when you don't know what the heck's going on. I can't believe how bad this pole saw is. Like, how horrible is this? I guess you got to go really slow. I'll be here 15 years doing this. That's why I went and found the old belt sander. I just belt sanded them down. This is fucking horrible. This is fucking horrible. This is such dog shit. I don't know if I need the Japanese style. I'm just fucking trimming down goddamn dowels. I hate hand tools. I hate them. $15 years later, I'm still I'm still fucking trimming down the same dowel. The handle may cut better. I know. Jesus Christ. It did one. Nope. 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 Fuck this thing. Look, it's all bent and shit. What the fuck? I'm pretty sure that stuff's for cutting pudding. It is, Dustin. I went and got the belt sander and it was me done in like 3.5 seconds. Doing it like this, I'd be here all fucking night long. What a fucking joke. What a fucking joke this is. How can they even sell this? Like, it says DeWalt on it. You gotta figure it's gonna be halfway decent. I wasn't thinking it was gonna be some Japanese style one, but holy Christ. The teeth get stuck in there. And it don't want to cut anymore. It's going back. You're going back. Yeah, it's a fucking pole saw. A horrible one. Don't buy this ever, guys. Don't ever buy this. Don't get fooled because it says DeWalt. You think it's going to be at least halfway decent. This is horrible, dude. Not smooth. It ain't nothing. It's just god awful. That's what this is. I'm done. I'm done with it. I'm over it. This is made for drywall. It said it was a pole saw on the package. It said wood, all kinds of stuff. I mean, it's got fine teeth. I guess that ain't good for wood, I guess. I guess that makes sense. But you would think it would work for a dowel. I was at Depot and needed one. So, beggars can't be choosers, right? I knew I shouldn't have bought it. Just by the way it looked, I shouldn't have bought it. Yeah, Eddie, I know you have one. I know. It's a tough built one that I've been wanting. I can't find the fucking thing anywhere. I'll give you money for it. Just let me know how much I owe you and get it in the fucking mail. I'll fucking Venmo you right now. Because I really do need one. And I don't want to spend a goofy amount of money on a pole saw. I just don't. I'm only going to be using it to cut down dowels. Drywall knives have bigger teeth. That's not drywall saw, I don't think. No, I know it said it. I read the package. It said for wood. It definitely said for wood. It's just junk. Eddie, that's not what I meant, dude. Just let me know and I'll Venmo you, dude. I'll Venmo you. The Irwin is amazing. All right. Well, I've been staying clear of Irwin stuff because they haven't been what they used to be. You know what I mean? And I was at Depot picking up stuff, and I said to myself, let's just kill two birds with one stone. So I pulled it up on the app, went to the aisle. There was like a cheap branded one and then a DeWalt. They only had two. And which one are you going to choose? You're going to choose the cheap fucking branded one or DeWalt? So I chose DeWalt, and of course I get fucked. I have horrible luck, I tell you. My luck in tools just is not good lately. I don't have a good track record here lately. Sure. Is that good enough? Is it blurry? Yeah, but my point is, I thought I upgraded in a table saw. By the way, all the cuts made for this project was on that Flex table saw, and a couple on my miter, but 90% of it was done on the Flex table saw. And Captain was down here on the other end of it while I was pushing it through so he could catch it on the other end, and he couldn't believe how good it cut. 5-foot rips through 2-inch thick Doug fir. He couldn't believe how good it cut. Yeah, the Flex saw is definitely nice. No matter what type of technique I try, it's so hard getting it started. Fuck it. I'm getting it out of my hand, otherwise I'm going to keep trying. Yeah, I got the Delta. It's literally sitting in the corner with a fucking cover over it because I had to set it down for a little while because if I kept going and getting more and more frustrated, it would have ended up in the trash. The Delta's definitely in a timeout. It's been a bad Delta. Let's just say that. To the point to where I'm yelling at my stepfather over a fucking table saw because I was so frustrated and so over it. You got to just let it be for a little while and reset and come back to it. The amount of times me and him have yelled at each other the past 25 years, I think maybe it's happened once. So the fact that we were yelling at each other, I looked at him, I said, enough. It was like midnight. Enough. Yeah, trying to get it lined up has been, trying to get that saw dialed in has not been easy. It has been a nightmare. No matter what I do, I've taken it apart 3 times already and reassembled it and did everything so meticulous and fucking watched 28 freaking videos on it, and the thing just doesn't cut right. It feels like it's going to kick back on me. Now, when I did the video with plywood, it actually cut pretty good through the plywood because it's plywood. But as soon as I put like inch thick maple up there, it literally felt like the thing was going to fly back at me. It was not going through it. Made an adjustment, tried taking some Doug fir, same thing. Made another adjustment. Then I checked the other adjustment that we made before that, and then that one was off again. And it's just this fucking nightmare. Never-ending nightmare. All right, somebody get Frost Soul out of here. Thank you. Don't know what that was all about. God damn it. Access to the flying carpet. You're fucking stupid. No. No. Like it stopped midway through the board. Like it wouldn't go anymore. That's how bad it feels. It's not as bad as that now, but that's how it was. And it just does not feel right to me. Well, I got work to do, guys. I want to get finished here before midnight because I got a long day tomorrow. It's back to bowling tomorrow. Sucks. I've enjoyed the last 2 weeks off not having to go to the fucking bowling alley. But gotta go tomorrow. League night. Yay. Nobody puts baby sass in the corner. What the fuck? Yeah, like I can't get mine dialed into 0.005. I can't even get it dialed in to 0.050, let alone 0.005. All right, I'm getting out of here. We've been on an hour. It was good to sit down for a minute, but I want to get these risers done before I quit tonight. And yeah, I got some work to do. So we're getting out of here. We will see everybody Friday night with me and the Cap, 9 p.m. We're at like we're like 400 subs away from 10,000. So keep getting people to sub, keep watching, keep liking. And as soon as we hit 10K, we're doing that giveaway, guys. So yeah, that'll be fun. I like giving back. It's one of my great joys in life is to give back. So we'll see everybody Friday night. When you're ready to work on the Delta again, FaceTime me and I can see if I can help. Okay, will do. All right, guys. Good night.